Welcome to the podcast where markets meet perspective. I'm Manuela, your host. Together with my father, who shares his analytical market insights, we break down commodities, equities, geopolitics, and market sentiment. This content is for educational and informational purposes only, not investment advice.
Welcome everyone to today's podcast. Today we will be discussing the charts again of the commodities. Then we'll be discussing some messages on X that my father found interesting this week. We'll also include the geopolitics section in the weekly podcast from now on, as we've discussed last week. And before we start, I'm doing the podcast today from the car, so I'm not very nervous. I'm just shaking because of the car's motion. So be mindful of that. But I think we can jump into it because we have a full agenda.
You see also ability of your
My
belt.
seatbelt, yeah, it's very
yeah,
important. I'm
so
not taking
it's
it
very
off.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah, very safe.
Yeah. Okay, let's start. I will share my screen. It's visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Visible.
Okay, I will start with gold again. Yeah, gold is still very strong. It's going up today, but at the start of opening hours of the VS of America, it made a dip again, and the dip is every day. So during China hours, it goes up,
It rises and then US it falls.
and London and US it falls again. So, but yeah, I'm still very happy about gold. I must say, I said last week, I said the stocks will probably tank, and I was right on that. The stocks took a hit this week. Not a very large amount, but yeah, still a hit. But I think it will come back. So nothing to be nervous about, in my opinion. Silver is dropping again, and it's now just above its 50-day moving average. You see?
Yeah.
But it's dipping below too many times. Yeah, I think I drew this blue lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, a triangle to indicate what it possibly can do. So it's concentrating in this corner again, and then it can go up or it can go down.
And what do you expect?
I expect still that it goes up. You see China prices still going up and up and up and up. The volts going down and down and down and down. So yeah, they are screaming for physical silver still. It's my opinion. And I even heard a message of a Chinese investor that is living in America, but he still speaks very good Chinese. And he said they even limited silver production in solar cells. So they limited solar cells, and that also limited silver. But he said they don't need the solar panels anymore, but I don't believe that. I believe that they do it to save some silver for important electronics.
They can use the silver for something else, perhaps.
Yes, probably. That is my suspicion of it. So that means that the silver market is still very tight. Then platinum, I would say. The trend is still okayish. It's under its 50-day moving average. I still expect that it goes north and will go upwards. But this is just what you see here from the war in Iran, sentimental move downwards. Yeah. Platinum is about the same as silver. It's becoming scarce, so I expect that the price will rise again. Then uranium is also moving underneath this 50-day moving average for the first time since this level. Also here, I expect nothing the matter. It will go upwards again, but yeah, there is so much going on in the world, so yeah, mostly
Yeah,
the
because a
prices are-
few weeks ago, people were extremely bullish on uranium.
yeah.
Do you see that
Yeah,
this is slowly
the
going
bullish.
down again?
No. The bullish case is still there. Yeah, it can go down again, of course, to the 200-day moving average, but that's nothing to worry about. If it's going below, structural below its the 200-day moving average, then you should be worried. But I don't expect that. It's still a structural deficit in uranium supply the coming 10 years. So I expect that. Copper, it's very interesting. It's also down. It's still moving in this trend channel. I expect it will stay there. But for copper, it's also the chance that it will go more down than we believe now. The reasons I will explain later. So I'm not sure. The price can also fly up. Yeah, I try to explain that in the geopolitics session.
Okay, then we handle it there.
Yeah. Then tin. Yeah, it's moving up and downwards and up and downwards. You see this channel is basically, yeah, I can draw a channel here. And I expect it will stay there. So what I mean is going up and downwards a couple of times more and then slowly go upwards again because the market is also tight here. Same applies for nickel. It's just below its 50-day moving average, nothing to worry about. Can go up also again. Also here the market is tight, so yeah, not as tight as silver, to be honest, but still expect a lot nickel also. Then here, of course, yeah, oil. That is due to the Iran war. Normally you see, normally you see a rise in the price, but this is a huge rise in the price, and that comes because they closed off the. No, I must say it right.
Strait of Hormuz, you mean?
The Strait of Hormuz, but I want to say close, but they didn't really close it. But it's way too dangerous to go past that. Because rockets are flying over. So yeah, you don't want to be with a big oil tank targeted.
Yeah.
So that's why insurance companies say, okay, you can go through, but your
But we won't
premiums are so
insure.
high. Yeah. Or you won't insure, indeed. And then ship companies say, yeah, okay, sorry, but then we don't risk our crew and cargo for that.
No, of course.
Yeah, the same applies for American crude. It also go up. The stocks react, not in a big way. I'm a little bit surprised about this, to be honest. I think, and that's why I said last week that there is a chance that the stocks will tank because investors are getting very nervous. Nervous for a World War III maybe, or long closure of the Harmer Street, and that have huge implications. I wrote a piece today. I finished it. People can already read it on the website. And that has huge implications for the whole trade in the world.
Okay.
And for more than people expect. I come back to that when I discuss the section on the website.
Well, you keep me on my toes.
Oh, okay. That's good. And this is the natural gas price. What I always show in the podcast is the natural gas price in the American market. But people probably read that the European market is flying high. And that is what you see here. So the American market is starting to move. I expect it will go higher. I hope it will get above its 50-day moving average again and its 200-day moving average. But here you see the European market is really going crazy. You see it flying high. This is nothing else than stupid politics, and they are surprised that this happened, that the Strait of Hormuz is closing. They didn't see that coming. They didn't see the war coming with Iran. Yeah, you could see it from miles away. Trump probably warned Iran about 50 times. But yeah, and the other part is stupid politics in the Netherlands, because this price was mainly dominated by the Dutch gas price. And as you know, in the northern of our country, we had a huge gas reserves.
Yes, but it's been shut down.
Yeah, it only has been shut down, not for economical reasons, but for political reasons. That's why I say stupid politics, because if you still had that gas field, you could drive the price down with that gas field. Easy, very easy. But yeah, they didn't do that. Now we're depending on the Middle East. As you know, the Middle East is never quiet. Always something going on. Just enough said about that, I think. Then thermal coal, that's also interesting, and that is exactly what I expected. I believe I said that also. And thermal coal is highly related to the gas price. So if one of the gas prices flies high, then also the thermal coal price goes up. And why is that? You can make electricity from gas, but you can also make electricity in coal plants. Not in the same plant, of course, but in different plants, you can ramp up the one and ramp down the other. And then you have the same or more electricity demand, supply, I must say. So this is what's happening here. So the gas price in Europe is very high. They turn down the gas plants and they turn up the coal plants. So they need more coal, so they buy coal from other countries, and that is why the thermal coal price is going upwards a lot. Also in anticipation of a closure of the Hormuz Strait, of course. So they need something to replace the gas.
But environmentally speaking, this is not very logical, right?
That's why I say stupid. You can see this coming. Yeah, if you depended on other parts of the world and you have an own large gas field, why don't you use it? It's not very green. With this move, you're already a couple of years behind with your green targets. That's the reality. But yeah, okay. It's unfortunately the world that we live in the Netherlands. So, then met coal is hanging here a little bit. It moved already downwards before the war, so this is not due to the war, and it's staying now here. I hope it will stay on this level and not drop anymore. I expect it will rise couple of months again. I believe that was it.
And cacao, I see red numbers again.
I want to see cacao. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
climbing
moving
a
up.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm
not
not.
it's not moving down anymore.
Oh, you're optimistic. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'll let you see coffee oak also. That's
Okay.
a bit back.
Okay, then
Okay,
let's
that was
dive
it.
into the X messages.
Yes. That's okay. First, I want to discuss this. I really like this picture, not because I think it's true in case of the rain oil. I think if it looks like this, they probably showed the most light oil there is. But
Yeah, it looks
it's
very light.
it looks very light, yeah, if you can bake fries in it, actually. I think it's an AI picture, but it gives you an idea what kind of oils you have. That is why I show it. So I thought a couple of weeks that Venezuelan oil is very hard to put in a refinery and
extract.
pump,
Yeah.
to make, to get your materials out and out of the ground. So this is why you see why. Yeah? So you're getting black and white a bit now.
Sorry?
No, you're calling it. Your color is a bit fading.
Oh yes,
But
we're driving through a tunnel at the moment.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that is fine. Okay, nice. This is American crude, and there you see that it's much lighter and much more liquid. And this is Iranian oil, and it's true that Iranian oil is one of the best oils in the world. So I remember I worked in Rotterdam, as you know, in the refinery, and I remember that we used to have Iranian oil in our refinery, and that was a very good crude to handle. Then another X message. It's about the faults in China and the COMEX in Chicago, and they are dropping, as you see. I read a lot about that people are getting very nervous and say the silver price will shoot up, and I'm not skeptical of that, but I'm not a little bit more reserved on this kind of message, to be honest. Yes, the volts are dropping. Yes, that will drive up the silver price. But yeah, is it really something to be nervous about or shouting that the price of silver will be $200 or $300 next week? No, I don't think so.
That's maybe a bit over exaggerated, but
Yeah,
on the other hand, there is quite a drop. That is not for all of the countries, I presume.
not for all the volts. No, yeah, for all the volts now, if you see this, but you see also here it's rising. That is the COMEX, I believe. So if you put it on a large time frame, and that's also what I read in one of my pieces, you see this more often, these kind of drops.
Yeah.
But good, I must say there's something going on. There's really something going on. I think what you see here, more physical deliveries are demanded, and that is why the longs are going away. And what you see is that China is screaming on silver. So here you see another X message. They're out of silver in Shanghai. They're out of silver in Chicago. They're out of silver in New York. They're out of silver in London. That's not entirely true.
Yeah.
Also, what I read in my piece, and that is what actually the Chinese investor also said. I listened to a podcast of him. They said there are a lot of scrap silver in the world.
Mm-hmm.
What does he mean? In Asian countries, they have a lot of silver and gold at home.
Oh,
Or
silver cutlery,
in
jewelry.
jewelry, in coins. They keep their money in silver and gold as we used to
Yeah,
do
back in the
in the
day.
West. Yeah, back in the day. They still do it there. And if the silver price rise, they will sell it
Mm-hmm.
because they know, okay, I can get a good price of it. I can buy a car with it, or I can put my mortgage down or something. I will
Mm-hmm.
sell my gold and silver. They also get a lot of gold and silver when they marry their relatives.
As a
It's
dowry, right?
yeah, it's a kind of tradition, and that is also why you have a wedding ring. That is
Yeah,
the
it's
tradition of a
also
wedding ring.
always gold.
It's
Yeah,
just an how do you say it in Dutch? Appeltje voor de dorst. So
it's just
uh,
for a rainy day.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Very
how
good.
you say it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's for a rainy day, of course. So if you don't have money anymore, you can always change your wedding ring. It's gold or silver, and you can get money of that. And you can keep your family fed. That is the
Yeah.
idea of a wedding ring. Yeah, that was the X messages basically. Let's dive into the geopolitics.
Mhm.
And I first want to discuss what I wrote today because that's highly related to geopolitics. You can see here a map of the Strait of Hormuz. The AI messed it up a little bit. It's not
Okay. It's not perfect.
entirely right. No, it's not
Mm-hmm.
perfect, but this part is, and this is the Strait of Hormuz. You see this bend of the sea here towards the ocean. That is the Strait of Hormuz. And there, 20% of the oil must pass
Mm-hmm.
because Saudi Arabia is here, Iraq is here, Iran is here. So all the oil tankers that of the oil that is produced here, they have to go through the strait and go to China and go to other parts of the world. Yeah, what I indicated here that is Trump and the spiritual leader of Iran is blocking the street, and Xi and Putin are breaking it down.
Yeah.
Putin is not entirely right. I should have put Modi there. That's the president of India. Putin is reasonably comfortable about it. He has his own reserves, and the only thing he don't like is that Iran is attacked because that is a friend
Their
of.
bodies, right? At the
Yeah,
moment. Yeah.
the homies. But if the street is blocked, it has really implications not only on oil, also on gas, and that is why the natural gas price is shooting up in Europe, because Europe got a lot of gas in Qatar, and Qatar is not very good indicated here, but Qatar is here on this point, I believe, and they have a lot of gas reserves, and they export it to Europe. Not only to Europe, but Europe is largely dependent on gas from Qatar. But they can't export it anymore now. So that is why
It's quite a
gas
lot.
price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must think about 30%, I believe, of the European gas supply will come from that. So that is why the price shoots up. For other commodities, the blocking of the street doesn't impact it directly, but it does do it indirectly. Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe we can discuss this first. This is the oil flow by country. And you see here the countries that are in this part of the world. And they exporting largely to China and India. And to my opinion, this is why Trump started this war.
Yeah, that's what you explained last week as well, because
Yes.
most of the oil through this strait is imported by China and not by the USA. So now Trump can hold some sort of leverage towards China.
In almost all commodity, China is master, but in oil, America was always master, and now they're securing that.
Yeah.
So if they get control of Iran, then they are master in oil again, and they will stay it. And China knows that. They know it. I don't think Trump will choke off China of the oil completely. That would be foolish because otherwise you have World War III. Chinese
Nobody
won't
wants
tolerate.
that. Yeah.
No. Yeah, but the Chinese won't tolerate it, and they are right to do so, in my opinion. But that have other implications, not only oil. Now comes the very interesting part. So I have all kind of commodities in this article. People can read that. Gold and silver, uranium, coal. I explained that coal can come back, and that is thermal coal.
Yeah.
I showed that in the chart. Then the biggest problem that arises, and that is what people don't realize, over this Strait of Hormuz, also fertilizers come and sulfur comes. And then you say, well, okay, fertilizer, sulfur, but they come in such large quantities over this strait that if you, how can I put this? If you block the street for, say, 5 years, then probably 25 or 30% of the world population died at the time. And that is
Because there
because
would
you
be
need,
no food.
exactly, you need fertilizer to grow crops. If you and it's already calculated that if you don't put fertilizer in the soil, you get 30 to 50% less crop. So you need the stuff to get the world population fed.
Yeah.
So I put this in months, and you already have problems after 1 month. And yeah, people can read it, but you have structural deficits in 3 months, and global impact on food production starts already in 4 months. So what I said a minute ago about world population dying, it's not exaggerated. It's real. And that's about the fertilizer part of it. So they, because they have large natural gas reserves, they can produce it here. That is basically what they do there. And then the other problem that arises is sulfur, and now it's getting interesting. So you need basically people that say the world can do without oil. They don't know what they are talking.
Yeah.
So you need it for all kind of stuff. Everything you wear, everything you see, you need oil. Also for your food, you need oil. Yeah. And then if you want to do the energy transition, you also want to have oil. And why is that? Because you need the sulfur. The sulfur, you can make sulfuric acid of it, and the sulfuric acid you need to leach out the metals. So if you get the metals out of the ground, you have to put them in a leaching pad for a very large mine, for very many mines. You have to do that. And then you leach it out with sulfuric acid, and then you get the metal. I say it's very simple now. There are a lot of processes that are going on.
But
that's
sulfur is important for us.
Yes. So I put the case here for copper, for example. If you don't have the sulfuric acid, you don't produce the copper. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
If you don't have the copper, you can't make the energy transition. And if you have deficits for a long time, your electrical grid will go down. So that is what that is. I always knew that how do you call it? I knew that sulfuric acid and fertilizer were very important, of course, but that there was such large quantities in this part of the region, and that it has to go to the Strait of Hormuz was also a bit of a surprise to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm also quite surprised that this would have such a huge impact.
Yeah,
that so much is transported through the straits.
Yeah. Yeah, but people should realize that what is always, I have said, oil and gas are needed.
Yeah.
You can't do without. Maybe in about 50 or 100 years, I don't know, but the world as it is connected now, you can't live without.
But it's indeed it's in everything, and not only used for food, but also the mascara that I'm wearing. And you need oil for it. Clothing items, you need it. But it's not common knowledge, I feel.
Everything. In all kind of chemicals, it's used in chemicals you need for all kind of processes. So all kind of production processes, the chemicals are needed.
It's quite an interesting read. I think people, if they're interested in hearing this, they can read the entire blog post. We won't dive into it too deeply, just to keep time in mind. But it is on your blog post, and everyone can read this part for themselves.
Okay, the only thing I want to say about this, we bought a fertilizer stock. So members of our blog, paying members, already received an email about which stock we bought. Yeah, to my opinion, these stocks will do good in the coming years.
Yeah, because of these what's going on in the world. You believe it will go up?
So that was a large part of the geopolitics, but let's dive deeper in the geopolitics session. So this is the website, by the way, that I put the post of geopolitics in. You can put it on English or German. And I put it weekly now. What's this? Putin says it might be more adventurous for Russia to stop gas supplies to Europe. Yeah, he sees his chance, of course, now. Now the prices are rising. He said, I'm not going to supply anymore. So he putting some politics behind it, and I think it's very smart of him. But, can leave it to him to be very smart. And Hungary is seeking security of supply from Moscow. That's what I said last week. Depending on Russian oil. Trump threatened to hold all trade with Spain. There was a big, not a fight, but Spain refused battleships and planes to get aground on Spanish soil because they had troubles with their own mind in terms of the Iran war.
Oh,
If it
okay.
was
Yeah.
rightly so, and in that kind of sense. So Trump said, "Okay, yeah, well, fine. I will stop all trade with Spain then." Then they turned and they say, "Okay, you can put your planes in your ships."
Yeah, Trump has
on
quite a
Spanish
bit of
soil again.
leverage, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I think European politicians are a bit too, you say it with kind words, too cautious, too. They want to be friendly and they want to do good. And Trump announced that the U.S. will provide political risk assurance for ships. That's what I said. So insurance companies they are blocking the street. Of Hormuz. You can say that they're doing that with a reason, of course. I can understand that, but Trump said, "Okay, I will give the assurance, and if something has been shot out of the water, I will pay for it." He doesn't look at the people probably, but okay.
No, people are also at
People-
risk.
Yeah, people also at risk, but okay. But that I think this is a sign to China. Okay, I will let if the oil goes to you, I will let it go flow. Don't you worry. According to Chief Rafael Grossi, Iran has enough enriched uranium for 10 nuclear weapons. Yeah, I don't know if that's true, to be honest. I think that is a little bit blown up to justify the war. We've seen that more, and we've also seen it in Iraq. I think the intelligence of Israel and the US are very good, and I think they will react soon enough, and not when Iran already have material for 10 nuclear weapons. To be honest, that's my
It will
opinion.
take quite a while, right, to build a nuclear weapon. You can't do that within a few days.
No. Then an interesting one is that the US and Ecuador, they have a joint operation, so they're also active there for narco terrorists. I think that's a good thing. So the drug traffic is something Trump is worried about, but there's also something others behind it to get more leverage in the South American countries. That's my opinion. And he's doing that in a smart way, I think. This is about the Strait of Hormuz. We talked a lot about that. The ECB says a prolonged war and reduced oil and gas supplies from the region could lead to higher inflation. Yeah, okay. It's a bit logical. And lower growth in the Eurozone. Qatar has halted its LNG production. That is already what we talked about.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Beijing is begging for supplies of oil and gas. This is interesting. India is buying 1.9 billion worth of Canadian uranium.
Okay.
So they want to get their fingers on uranium, rightly so, because they're building They're building out nuclear facilities, and they are securing supply.
Okay.
So yeah, they are active in the market now. Yeah, this. This is to indicate that Iran is targeting oil refineries in the region. Yeah, you could say, okay, fine. Then if the war is over, they can produce again. But that's not that simple. The
Okay.
installation is ruined. You have to do engineering again. And probably if this refinery, if it's hit, I don't know how it's hit, but if it's hit a lot, where certain facilities are down and have to be made again and engineered again, you're looking at 1 year or 2 years that
Okay.
this refinery will fully be ramped up again. So this has implications. It was the geopolitics section.
Then you had one stock that you made 100% profit on that you still wanted to discuss with us.
Yes. Still have time?
Yeah.
You're not in
This
Belgium
won't take
yet?
so long. Yeah, I'm not in Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, I am in Belgium, but not at my destination yet.
Okay. Yeah, this is the stock where we made 100% profit on. It's the newest one, to be honest. It's going a little bit down today. We sold them at 1.15 and at 100% profit. We bought them somewhere in December, so it's pretty soon that we have 100%, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a high risk stock there, so we always put a little amount of money in a high risk stock.
Mhm.
Should always do that. So put a little money of a high risk stock, a bit more in middle risk stocks and low risk stocks, like a Shell, for example. Put more money in. That's the
That's
name
how
of the
you do
game.
it.
Yeah, because otherwise these stocks can go up 100%, but they also can go down 100%.
Yeah.
And then you lose
High risk, high
everything. So
rewards, but still
yeah,
very high risk.
yeah, exactly. But that said, yeah, we are happy about this, of course. This is Explorer in Colombia and Spain, and that was why it was attractive for us, especially Spain, because they are going to produce, or they let another produce it, or they sell their assets, but they are exploring for copper. And I think copper will be very important for the EU in the coming decades. And Spain is actually a pretty good country for exploring and producing copper. So that's the reason we bought the stock, and there's also other materials like gold and silver, but we bought it for the copper assets. But it's done well. We're very happy about it. So yeah, that's what I want to show.
Quite a short timeline to make 100% profits.
Yes, it's not each time, of course.
No, of course not. Of course not. Okay, well, thank you for your insights this week. And then we'll see each other next week again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you want deeper market insights, model portfolios, and high-quality research, make sure to visit the investorassistancepro.com website and subscribe to our paid services. We should remind you that we do not provide investment advice in our services. For free tools, tips, and educational content, check out beleggershulp.nl. If you found this video valuable, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.